Good morning, students. You all are welcome in the geography class. Students, you got a very good time between your exam and the beginning of the second phase of this academic session, that is 2021. And I hope that you all have completed your geography project for session 2020. And I also hope that you all to cooperate with the teachers to complete the syllabus. Students, as you already know or you are informed that soon you are going to have the third quarterly exam in the month of November. So now, once again, let us start with our syllabus for this exam. Our new lesson or the syllabus for this exam we have to cover is two more chapters. That is the chapter which we had left, chapter number 5, natural and human made disasters. That is disasters, natural and human made. And chapter number 7, India, location and physical features. So these two chapters we have to complete for this session. So now, once again, let us start with our syllabus for this exam. Our new lesson is lesson number 5, that is disaster, natural and human made. Let us begin. Before begin this chapter, let us understand what this disaster word means. Disaster means calamity which occurs all of a sudden and causes huge loss of life and property. What comes suddenly? That is flood and drought. When flood comes, recently you have seen in the television, children, that due to flood many people lost their lives and their properties. Then such type of disasters are called natural. Then some disasters like rail accidents, terrorist attack, etc., they are called as human-made disaster because they also come all of a sudden and takes the life of many people. So now let us begin with the chapter. A disaster can be defined as a sudden destructive event which causes loss of lives and property. So disaster means destruction of life and property. These disasters have long-term impacts on the socio-economic condition and environment of the affected area. So when a disaster comes, then its impact, its effect upon the socio-economic condition is for a very long period of time. So before we move further, let us discuss what is the socio-economic condition. Children, socio-economic means the relationship between social process and the economic activity in the society. For example, if we compare the economic condition of any rural area with the metropolitan city, then we will find great difference between them. Like people who live in the village, their income is very, very low, which affects the purchasing power, the buying capacity of the people, and on this depends the living standard of the people, which we find very low in our country. Whereas if we move to the metropolitan city and other cities, the scenario is totally different. Here, the income of the people is very high, and this also affects the purchasing power of the people and their living standard. So you have seen the people who lives in metropolitan city, their living style is very luxurious and very prosperous. So this is what the socio-economic. Because of their earning, they spend a very good life. So if disaster comes, then it affects this socio-economic condition of any area. You may take the example of Nepal, which was hit by the earthquake, and means the whole economy of the country demolished. Now let us move types of disasters. Disasters can be classified into natural disasters and human-made disasters. Let us first take up natural disasters. Children, natural disasters are those catastrophic events that are caused by the nature or the natural processes of the earth. Now, before we move further, let us discuss what is catastrophic. Children, catastrophic is the similar word to disaster. It also means the same, that is, causing large scale damage or suffering. So, this disaster or the catastrophic events which are caused by nature or by the natural process. For example, earthquake. Earthquake, we never know. We cannot predict also about the earthquake. Floods, cyclones, wildfire and volcanic eruptions. So these all are natural activity. And because of these, again, the disasters come, which takes away the life of many people and their property. Now, human-made disasters. Human-made disasters occur due to human negligence, error, or intent. For example, nuclear disaster. It is just because of the human negligence. Then terrorism. Again, it also takes the life of many people. So it depends upon the intent, that intention or the purpose. Purposely they do this. Then biological and chemical warfare. So because now we are suffering with going through this pandemic. This is what? Biological warfare. Here a virus is only enough to destroy the world. Natural hazards and natural disasters. A natural hazard is an occurrence that is not so frequent but nevertheless dangerous due to its life-threatening consequences. So natural hazard, it is also an occurrence, but it is not frequent. Frequency is very less, but though the frequency is less, but its impact, its effect is again life-threatening, very dangerous. It also causes great destructions to property. The level of destruction caused by natural hazards varies in nature and intensity. Natural hazards which are furious in nature and bring about large-scale destruction of life and property are called natural disaster. So when this natural hazard brings, or when it becomes very furious, very dangerous, then on a large scale destructions are seen. Means a huge number of people are losing their life and they lose their property. Then it is called natural disaster. So this, children, you have to by heart what is meant by natural disaster. Now under natural disaster, let us take a first earthquake. The vibration or shaking of a part of Earth's surface caused by sudden movement under its crust are known as earthquake. So what is this earthquake? The sudden shaking of the earth. And due to this earthquake, again, there is loss of people. And why it happens? Because of the movement which is carried out just under the crust of the earth. Some plates are moving from one place to another. And then we feel the shaking of the earth. The point of origin of an earthquake is called focus, means it lies below the earth's surface. And here this focus is the point where the earthquake starts. And the point on the earth's surface which is directly above the focus is called epicenter. So if the focus is suppose here, it is below the earth's surface, and just above it on the earth's surface lies the epicenter. The strongest impact of an earthquake is experienced by the areas near the epicenter. So focus is below the earth's surface and epicenter is directly above the focus. Then as we live on the earth's surface, so we find the major destruction just nearby the epicenter. As we move away from the epicenter, then the effect will become less. The movement of tectonic plates. Children, our earth's surface, below the earth's surface, it is made up of different plates which is called as tectonic plates. And molten rocks beneath the earth's crust causes earthquake. And these plates used to move. Some plates are moving towards each other. Some plates are detached from one plate to other. And when they move, sometimes they slide past. And when they move and hit against each other, then we find what? We experience earthquake. Volcanic eruption may also lead to earthquake. At times, earthquakes can cause destruction in mass scale. Mass scale means large scale. Due to earthquakes, buildings, structures get damaged and collapse, where people die when they get stuck in the ruins. Roads get cracks, flyovers. So these are what? The after effects of the earthquake. This is the result which we get on the earth surface, resulting in disruption of transportation. Electricity poles break and wires get dislocated. Earthquakes cause tsunami and floods. Also landslides occur in the mountainous region due to the vibration of the earth. So today, children, up to here. Next day we will continue with our chapter. Thank you, children. Have a good day.